Yes. Hello students. Good evening everyone. So first of all, let me know whether audio is clear or not. Yes. Is my audio clear? Say hi to me if audio is clear. Yes. Okay. So welcome to our YouTube channel, my dear students. Today we are going to start the MCQ of financial accounting. This MCQ is more than sufficient for your exam. In this MCQ, what I have covered, I have taken all the questions of your study material plus all the questions of your past exam paper. So beyond this, you don't have to study any other MCQ if you don't have the time. These MCQs are more than sufficient for your exam preparation, right? So what you need to do, you need to solve this MCQ today along with me, right? So what we are going to do, we'll solve the MCQ. I will explain the reason of the answer, right, my dear students? Okay, so let's start now without wastage of time, right? Okay, so first MCQ, a concept assuming that the infinite life of an organization can be split into smaller periods of equal duration. It is based on which concept, my dear student? It is based on accounting period concept. If you know the answer, you can type your answer in the chat box. I can see your answer also. Okay, so it is a two-way participation, right? If you know the answer, you type the answer in the chat box so that I come to know that, okay, you know the answer, right? Okay, next, the accounts related to expense or losses and income or gain are called what? Is it a personal account? Is it a representative of personal account? Is it a nominal account or real account? What is the correct answer, my dear student? The correct answer will be it is a nominal account, because nominal account means what? Are those accounts in which we record the transaction relating to income, expense, asset, income, expense, right? So all these transactions record on the basis of nominal account. Then accounting equation is represent or presented as. How you present the accounting equation? So first one, asset is equal to liability plus equity. Yes, asset is equal to liability capital plus revenue. Revenue means income minus expenses. So revenue, income minus expense, you get a profit. So we generally add the profit in the capital, and minus we do what, sir? Drawing. So this also correct. Asset plus expenses. Now in this case, what happened? Expense we subtracted. When it go to asset side, we will add the expenses, right? So asset plus expenses plus drawings is equal to liabilities plus capital plus revenue. This is also correct. So what is the correct answer, my dear student? Here the option D will be the correct answer, right? Yes, my dear students, if you have any doubt, or you can type your answer in the chat box. I can see the answer. Okay, next, my dear student, the books of accounts which record only those cash transaction which are not of heavy amount. Heavy na large amount, right? But the types of transactions frequently enter into accounts by an entity, that is smaller transaction, we record into an account. What is that account, my dear students? In the cash book we have discussed that one, right? So if you are in the regular class, in that we discuss the smaller amount transaction we record in the petty cash book. Where we record, sir? In the petty. Yes, very good, Bhuvana. Good answer. Petty cash. Excellent. Good. So next, my dear students, which of the following is true regarding the trial balance? It is prepared for a particular date, particular period. A trial balance is just a statement. The agreement of a trial balance is a conclusive proof of absolute accuracy of the books of accounts. Now, which one is the correct answer, my dear students? Anyone can tell me the correct answer? Online students, please tell me what is the correct answer here, right? What will be the correct answer in 5? Is it a conclusive proof of absolute accuracy? That in rectification of error we have discussed, even though trial balance is tally, it doesn't mean that there is no error. There might be some error, right? So it is prepared for a particular period. A trial balance is just a statement. So what is the correct answer, my dear student? So the correct answer will be, it is a, what's a statement, right? Trial balance is a statement which shows the balances of all the ledger na, income, expense, asset, liability and capital. So it is a statement, right? Okay, let's come to the next one. A resource owned by the business with a purpose of using it for a generating future profit is known as what? If you are using some resources, if the business is using some resources to generate the profit, we call that resources is what? Is it a capital? Is it a asset? Is it a liability or surplus? We call that what, my dear student? It is an asset, because asset only used to generate the revenue for the business, right? Okay. Next, my dear student, which of the following transaction is of capital nature, right? Which of the following transactions capital nature? Commission on purchase, is it a capital nature, sir? No. When we purchase the goods, we need to pay the commission, which is in the revenue in nature. So this is not. Cost of repair, repair is a normal repair, so it is also not. Rent of factory, factory every month we have to pay the rent. We are using the factory, we have taken the factory on rental, we have to pay rent, so this is also not. Then wages paid for installation of machinery, when we pay the wages for installation of machinery, that become your capital expenditure and it will be added to the cost of the asset. Yes, Venkat. Yes, hi. Yes, very good, Nandini, very good. Thank you, Venkat. Okay, next, what is the next one, sir? At the end of the accounting year, the capital expenditure are shown in the, where we show the capital expenditure, sir? Like revenue expense we show in the profit and loss account, right? Revenue expense we show in the profit and loss account. Where we show the capital expenditure, then it will be shown in the asset side of the balance sheet. Yes, Nandini, very good, ma, very good. So it will be shown where, sir? In the asset side of the balance sheet, because capital expenditure means what? When you purchase any asset, you purchase the machinery, so purchase of machinery is a capital expenditure, or you paid the wages for installation of machinery, it is also capital expenditure, right? So it will appear where, sir? In the asset side of the balance sheet, right? So very good, online students, you are answering. I am very happy. So everyone, please answer and please participate. So it will be very, very interesting, right? So if I alone read the questions and if I answer for the question, then you will not feel interesting. So you also participate in the class. It will be easy. It will be more happy, more interesting, right? Okay. So I hope it is clear, my dear students. Come to next one. Which of the following books is both journal and ledger? Which book? We call as it is a journal as well as ledger also, right? So which is that book, sir? Can you tell me which is that book? So we call that book as a sir, cash book. Cash book play the role of journal as well as ledger. In exam, if they ask you this question, you have to answer. Okay, most awaited question again, right? Okay, next, my dear student, Yes, Adi. Shri. Hi, ma Shri. Yes. Good, good, good. Okay. Next, my dear student. Purchase of laptop for office use wrongly debited to purchase account. It is an error of what? You purchase the laptop for office use and you recorded that laptop in the purchases. We call that error as which error, sir? There are four types of error if you know. Error of principle, then error of omission, compensating error, and error of commission. Right? So this is purely error of principle. Right? Very good, Manandini. Yes, yes. Very good, very good. Yeah. So this is purely error of what, my dear student? Error of principle. So option C will be the correct answer. Right, my dear students? Yes. Okay. So yes, online students. Okay. Next one. Let's start next one. This is frequently asked question in the exam. Many attempt they are asking. Each last few attempt, if you see the past exam question paper, they have tested like this type of question frequently, right? So 2 marks you can get from this question. Okay, let's start. Provision for doubtful debt on 1st April 2022 was 13,000. How much was the provision, sir? 13,000. During the year, the bad debt was 9,500. Okay. The sundry debtors on 31st March 23, 3,25,000. Provision is to be made 5% on debtors. If on 31st March 23, there was additional bad debt of 2,500, then provision for doubtful debt will be how much? Yes, yes, my dear students, you can calculate and tell me the answer. What will be the answer for provision for bad and doubtful debt, right? What will be the correct answer, right? What will be the correct answer for this? Okay, so whenever you find provision, bad debt in one single questions, your first job is to prepare the ledger. Which ledgers are? Provision for bad and doubtful debt, right? So if you prepare that ledger, it will help you, right? So first what we do, we try to prepare the ledger here. Here we prepare one ledger that is called provision for bad and doubtful debt account. Provision, right? In that first we write what, sir? By balance brought down. So what is the opening balance of provision, sir? Opening balance is 13,000, right? Opening balance is 13,000. Then to balance carried down. How much is the closing balance, sir? So closing balance, they said 5% on debtors, right? They say provision is to be made 5% on debtors. Let's try to make the provision. So how much is our debtors, sir? Debtors is how much? Our debtors are 3,25,000. From this we subtract first what? Bad debt, because there is a sequence. First we subtract the bad debt. How much is bad debt, sir? 2,500. After subtracting bad debt, how much is the amount, sir? So 3,25,000 minus 2,500 is equal to 3,22,500. From this we should make 5%. 5% what, sir? Provision. So into 5% we get 16,125. So what happened? Many students generally write this answer 16,125, but this is not the answer. Okay, my dear student, now please focus. So now, so closing balance becomes 16,125, right? So you know very well, whenever there is a bad debt, that bad debt we adjust against the provision first, right? So what? How much the total bad debt, sir? So during the year it was 9,500 bad debt plus additional bad debt they made 2,500. So total our bad debt become how much, sir? It become 12,000, right? So 12,000 bad debt. What entry we might have passed? when you create the bad debt, we might have passed the entry called bad debt account debit to debtors account. Now what we need to do, this bad debt we have to transfer to provision, because we feel that people will not pay the money, right? Provision means what? Our expectation, right? So now bad debt you write off through the provision, we pass the entry called provision for bad debt account debit to bad debt account. So provision for bad debt to bad debt account towards sir bad debt account, which comes to how much sir? 12,000. Now you close this account, you will get by profit and loss. This is the provision amount which you need to transfer to the profit and loss. So how much is that, sir? Let's find the balancing amount, that is 12,000 plus 16,125 minus 13,000 is equal to 15,125. So which option is correct, my dear student? Option B is correct option, right? This question is very, very important from exam point of view, right? You mark my word, okay, what I'm telling you, right? This is very, very important from the exam point of view, right? Okay. Next, my dear student, what is the next one? I hope, my dear student, have you understood this? If yes, give me one thumbs up. Yes, sir, we understood this question. Yes, online students, give me one thumbs up. Yes, sir, we understood this, right? Okay. Next one. The original cost of machinery is 1,50,000. Residual value is 10,000. If depreciation is charged 10% per annum under WDV method, then depreciation of third year will be how much? So how much is the depreciation in the third year? So it's very simple. Now what do you do? So first, cost is how much, my dear student? Yes, very good. Very good, Abhiram. Yes, he said yes, sir, we understood. Good. So cost is how much, sir? So cost is equal to 1,50,000. Now here many students will make a mistake. What you know? They will subtract the residual value from 1,50,000. Don't do this mistake, right? Because whenever rate of depreciation is given, you should not subtract the residual value. But whenever the life of the asset is given, then how to calculate depreciation, sir? Cost minus residual value divided by life of the asset. Under the straight line method, you will get a depreciation per year. Okay. Now, so next, my dear students, so cost is 1,50,000 less now what, sir? Depreciation. How much depreciation? 10%. So 10% of 1,50,000 how much? 15,000. So your WDV become how much, my dear student? 1,50,000 minus 15,000 is equal to 1,35,000. Right? From this we subtract what's again? Depreciation, again 10%. How much? That is 13,500, because it is not a straight line method, it is a WDV method. So minus 13,500, we get here 1,21,500, right? So now after again less depreciation, this is the first year, second year, they ask you third year depreciation. So into 10%, which is 12,150. So is it there or not? Check it. Yes, option C will be the correct answer, my dear students, right? Option C will be the correct answer. Okay, right? Very good. Okay. Let's start next one. What's the next one, my dear student? Next, purchase goods from Mr. R for 3,600 but wrongly recorded as 6,300. Oh my God. See, this is a rectification of error sum. Okay, we purchase goods from what? Mr. R. When you purchase the goods from Mr. R, we might have passed the entry what? Purchase account debit to Ram account, right? We pass the entry purchase to Ram and we have to record how much, sir? 3,600, but we record how much? 6,300 to be debited to Mr. R. That means Mr. R we debited. Oh my God, what type of error is this? Right, this is what? Error of what? Posting, casting, totaling, carry forwarding? No, this is only the one side. That means they have record only one account wrong amount, right? So then what is the correct entry, my dear student? What is the correct entry? First our entry will be purchase account debit to our account. How much amount we need to write? 3600, 3600, right? Now what is the wrong entry they have passed? They have debited, that means they have debited purchase is 3600 and they debited RAM R also, R account, that is 6300. There is no credit. Please write on. There is no credit. There is only what, sir? There is only debit. They have not said anything about the purchases. It means what? They have correctly recorded the purchases. R they need to credit, but the question says they have debited the R. So there is, it means what? There is no credit. So this is 6300. Now we need to rectify this. How to rectify, sir? Compare the right entry with the wrong entry. This is a right entry, this is a wrong entry. Compare that. So we need to debit purchases. Have we debited the purchases? Yes, sir. Got cancelled. We need to credit R. Have we credited the R? No. So 2R. How much, sir? 3600. Now do we need to debit the R? No, we need to cancel the debit. To cancel the debit we need to credit it. So now debit will be what, sir? Suspense account. So total how much it is? 3600 plus 6300 is equal to 9900 will be credited to R. The R account will be created with 9900. Option A is the correct answer, my dear students, right? I hope it is clear to everyone and you are able to understand. Okay, next. Which class of account is a consignment account? Which class? Is it a real, nominal, personal or representative personal account? It is what, sir? Nominal account, right? Even this you have studied in the consignment chapter, right? In our regular class we have discussed this too. Okay, next, my dear student. Memorandum of joint venture account is prepared. Why we prepare the memorandum of joint venture account? For determining the amount due to co-venture, for determining the amount due from co-venture, for ascertainment of profit or loss on the venture. So always remember, memorandum of joint venture also we prepare for what, sir? Ascertainment of profit or loss, right, my dear students? Okay, there is no other purpose for preparation of memorandum of joint venture account, right? Okay, next one. On dishonor of a bill of exchange that has been discounted, noting charges are initially paid by whom? Now there is a bills of exchange and the bills of exchange we have discounted with a bank. Now where is the bills are with a bank, and then who will pay the noting charges, sir? So I told you, wherever bill, that person need to pay the noting charges and that person will collect the money from the preceding person, right? So in this case, where is the bill, sir? Bill is with a bank, right? Because on dishonor of the bills of exchange that has been discounted, we have discounted the bill with a bank. Now we have given the bill with a bank and the bill got dishonored, drawee did not pay the money. Then my dear student, who has to pay the noting charges first? The noting charges that time will be initially paid by the bank, not a drawer, not a drawee, not a accept. Initially it will be paid by the bank and bank will collect the noting charges from the preceding party, that is called, it can be a drawer or some other person, and drawer can collect the money, that noting charges from the drawee. Okay, this is the chain. Okay, next. The share of profit of co-venturer maintaining only her or his own transaction is debited to joint venture account, debited to other co-venture personal account, debited to profit and loss account, none of the above. Where we debit the shares of profit of a co-venturer, it is generally debited to where, sir? Other co-venturer personal account. Okay, my dear students, right? Okay, so right, yes, nothing, yes, yes, Nandini, very good, ma, very good, bank, good, good, good. Yes, I'm very happy that few students are answering the questions, answering, right? That is very good actually. Okay, next, if any stock is taken by co-venturer, it will be treated as, yes, very good, very beautiful question. If the co-venture is taking any stock which is left over, that is an income for the joint venture, right? Because when you prepare the joint venture, my dear student, when you prepare the joint venture account, in that joint venture account, what way do we write in the credit side? By what we write? By co-venturer. So if we write in the credit side, it means it is an income, because the nature of joint venture account is a nominal, right? So it is an income for the joint venture, right? Okay, next, my dear student, what is the next one? The balance in consignment account shows, what balance in the consignment account shows? Very beautiful. Again, hi, yes, yes, Harish, hi, good evening, Harish. Yes, the balance in consignment account shows amount receivable from consignee, amount payable to consignee, profit or loss on consignment, closing stock with consignee. So consignment account, if in exam, if they ask the question, what is the nature of consignment account? The nature of consignment account is a nominal account, and the result of the nominal account is what, sir? Profit or loss, right? So option B will be the option C will be the correct answer, right? Because the consignment account will always show the profit or loss on a consignment, right? Yes, next one. Okay, yes, very good, Nandini, very good. Sham and Ramya are entering into a business of buy and sell of food grain for a period of 1 year and sharing the profit in the ratio of 2:4. This agreement is what? Is it a partnership? No. If you are coming for a shorter period to do the business, we won't call that as a partnership, we call that as a joint venture, right? Because the joint venture main objective is what, sir? Shorter duration, right? Okay, next, memorandum joint venture account is prepared. When we prepare the memorandum joint venture, the separate set of book is maintained for joint venture. Each co-venture keep records of all the transaction. Each co-venture keep records of their own transaction only. All of the above. Which one is the correct answer? Yes, very good, Abhiram, very good. Which one is the correct option from for 21 questions? We prepare the memorandum of joint venture account when the each co-venture record their own transaction only, right? So option C will be the correct option. Okay, next one. Yes, yes, very good online student. Yes, I am very happy. Next one, which, yes, very good. See, which of the following commission is allowed by consignor to consignee to encourage the consignee for putting up hard work in introducing a new product in the market? Very good. Now what happened? Now consignor is giving the commission to the consignee. He is paying some extra commission. If he is giving the del credit commission, it means the consignee is going to bear the risk of bad debt. If the consignee is going to bear the risk of bad debt, that time consignor will give the commission. We call that a del credit commission. If the consignor is giving the commission in the normal course of business, we call that as the ordinary commission. And if the consignee sell the goods above the agreed price, that time consignor gives the extra commission to the consignee. We call that commission as a overriding commission. Which commission, sir? Overriding commission. Yes, very good, ma Hema. Yes. Oh, Hema, you join. Very good, man. Good, good. Yes. Next one. 23. If Kaveri's acceptance which was endorsed by us. Very good. Kaveri's acceptance means what, sir? We have drawn the bill upon Kaveri. So who is the Kaveri then? She is the drawee, right? And who we are? So we are the drawer. In favor of Salim is dishonor. Then the amount will be debited in our books is what? If you remember the bills of exchange chapter, in that we have this. If the bill got dishonor, in the books of drawer, the dishonor entry will be always we debit the drawee, and then we credit wherever bill is. So drawee account debit to. If the bill endorse it. If the bill is with a bank, drawee to bank. If bill is sent to the collection, then drawee to bill sent for collection. Wherever bill, that we credit and drawee we debit. So option A is option B is the correct answer. That is Kaveri should be debited. Yes, very good, very good. Many students are answering correctly. Good. Next one. Yes, X drew a bill on Y for 1,80,000. Who drew the bill, sir? X have drew the bill upon Y. Who is the drawer, sir? X is a drawer, Y is a drawee. For mutual accommodation, is a mutual accommodation means what? It is a accommodation bill. In the ratio of 2:1, X got it discounted for 1,69,200. Very good. And remitted 1/3 proceed to the Y. No problem. 1/3 he remitted to Y. So 2/3 who will take, sir? X. Next. How much amount should be remitted by X to Y at the time of maturity? So how much X will give to Y? Because now what happened? On the due date, Y need to pay the money to the bank. Now how much money enjoyed by X? Total amount was 1,80,000 into Y enjoy 1/3. So X enjoy 2/3. So is equal to how much, my dear students? 1,80,000 into 2/3 is equal to 1,20,000. Option A will be the correct answer, right, my dear student? Yes or no? Right? If you solve this again and again, if you solve this MCQ, that is more than sufficient for your exam, right? So please participate in the class, right? Feel that you are sitting in the class and answer, okay? Right? Next, my dear student, what is the next one? Right? Raju draws a bill on Sampath. Very good. Raju have drawn the bill upon Sampath 25th October 2023 for 90 days. The maturity date of the bill will be. Very beautiful question. What is the maturity date? So what we do? First we will say date of bill is October. So 25th October na 10 2023, right? In October month, how many days left? 25 na, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That means 6 days. So in October we took the 6 days, it become 31, 10, 23. Right? Then in November there is a 30 days. So after the date December 31 days. So total how many days we have used, my dear student? So 31, 12, 23. So how many days we have used total? 6 days plus. Very good. C answer is coming. 6 days plus 30 plus 31. Yes. 67 minus 90 is equal to 23. In that we should add 3 grace days. It becomes 26 Jan. Oh, 26 Jan is what? It's a public holiday. Yes, so we should take the preceding day, that is a 25th Jan. So option C is the correct answer. Very good, Harish, Nandini, Hemlata. Good, very good. Come to the next one. Next question is very important again, right? Okay. P and Q enter into a joint venture sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2. P purchase goods costing 2 lakhs. And Q sold 95% of the goods for 2,50,000. That means there is a 5% is a stock. P is entitled to get 1% commission. Very good. On purchases. Okay. Q is entitled to get 5% commission on sales. P drew a bill upon Q for amount equivalent to 80% of original cost of the goods. P got it discounted for 1,50,000. What is the P's share of profit? Ministers are answering. Let me calculate whether it's correct or not. Okay, so let's open now which accounts are joint venture account. First we write what, sir, here? Purchase 2 lakhs. Then sold how much, sir? 2,50,000. Then there is a consignment stock, that is called joint venture stock. JV stock is there, right? How much is JV stock, sir? That is 2 lakh into how much percent left, sir? 5%, which is 10,000, right? Commission is how much, sir? 1%. So 2 lakh into 1%, that is 2,000. 5% on sales, again commission 5%. So 2,50,000 into 5%, which comes to 12,500. Now we have discounted what happened, 80% of the original cost of the goods we have drawn. So now 80% of the goods means 2 lakhs into 80%, 1,60,000 rupees bill he has drawn, and he's discounted for 1,50,000. There is a 10,000 rupees a discounting charges, and that is a loss, that is the expense of the joint ventures. So that 10,000 will also come here. Please listen. Now if you find how much is the answer, my dear, so joint venture profit, what is the P share of profit? First let's calculate the profit. 2,50,000 plus 10,000 minus 2 lakh minus 2,000 minus 12,500 minus 10,000 is equal to third profit is how much, my dear student? Now become 35,500. And P share how much, sir? P share is how much? Is P and Q 3. So into 3 by 5 is equal to 21,300, which is a option B. Yes, Harish, you are absolutely right. Option B is the correct answer. 21,300. Okay, right? Fine. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Have you understood up to this? Please give me thumbs up. Yes, sir, we are able to understand. Yes or no? If you are able to understand, give me thumbs up. Yes, sir. Right? Okay. Right? In case of club, the excess of expenditure over the income. Excess of expenditure over the income means what? In case of NPO, if your expenses are more than income, we call that as what, my dear student? Deficit. Very good, Harish. Yes, we call that what, sir? Deficit, right? Yes, sir. Okay, right? Next. Okay, due to retrospective effect on revision of salary of employees, the arrears of salaries relating to the past year payable in the current year is what? Right? It is what, my dear student? Right? Generally, many students will say it is what? Prior period item, but more clear answer, it is an ordinary item requiring separate disclosure. It is what, sir? Right? Yes, Manandini, very good. Yes. So it is what, sir? Ordinary item, because salary is the ordinary item only, but this item we need a separate disclosure in the notes to accounts. Okay, next. Now, so you should focus on this question because in exam they may test. Okay, next one. Income statement of charitable institution is known as what? It is nothing but what, sir? Income and expenditure account, right? Right? Okay. Come to next one. Which of the following will not appear in profit and loss account? Very beautiful. Which of the following will not appear in the profit and loss account? Capital, it will not appear. Bad debt, yes. Provision for bad debt, yes. Rent paid, yes. So which will not appear, sir? Capital will not appear. Yes, very good, Surya. Good. Next. Outstanding salary is shown as what? Now, outstanding salary is what for us first? Outstanding salary is a liability for us. But whenever the outstanding salary is given in the adjustment, we record the outstanding salary in the two places. One in the we adjust in the profit and loss account, and second we write in the balance sheet liability side, right? So the more appropriate answer will be, that is B and C, that is liability side in the balance sheet and by adjusting in the profit and loss, right? Yes. Okay. Next, my dear student, this is again the favorite question of the paper setter. The following information is given. Opening stock they have given, purchases they have given, sales they have given, carriage inward, carriage outward, return inward. So return inward now what, sir? We sold the goods, that goods has returned to us, so it is nothing but sales return. The rate of gross profit is 25% on cost. Then value of closing stock will be what? What's the value of closing stock? Is very simple. What do? You prepare here what's the trading account, right? When you prepare the trading account, in this you write opening stock 2,13,000. Purchase is how much, sir? 16,55,000. Sales how much, sir? 21,32,000 minus there is a sales return 38,000, right? After that, what is there, my dear student? Carriage inward 32,500. Carriage outward is a indirect expenses, it will not appear. Gross profit how much, sir? 25% on cost. So on 25% on cost, on sales how to calculate? We assume here cost is 100, profit is how much, my dear student? 25. So how much is the sales? Is equal to 125, right? Okay. So now if you see the net sales, that is 21,32,000 minus 38,000, we get net sale of 20,94,000. In that 25 divided by 125, we get the profit is equal to 4,18,000, right? Because sale is 125, right? Okay. So now you close the account, you will get a closing stock here. The balancing figure is closing stock. So 2,13,000 plus 16,55,000 plus 32,500 plus 4,18,000. We got total here 23,18,500 minus 20,94,000 is equal to 2,24,500. So can we check whether we have got 2,24,000, 25,000, 24,500 is there? Yes or no? This come 2,25,000 something we have missed, I think. Yes, this is carriage inward 32,500, right? 2,13,000, 16,55,000, 32,500 minus carriage 38,000. Very good. 2094. Okay. Okay. So some calculation mistake is there. So let's calculate one more time. Calculation mistake is there. Calculate properly. 2,13,000 plus 16,55,000 plus 32,500, right? Plus we got profit 4,18,000, 4,18,000. So 23,18,500, right? Yes. So gross profit is 4,18,000. Okay, okay. So we made mistake in gross profit. Let me check. 21,32,000 minus how much the return inward 38,000 is equal to into 25 divided by 125 is equal to, yes, where I have missed here 800 while writing. Yes. So 4,18,800. Yes. So you can check this calculation mistake here. 2,13,000 now plus 16,55,000 plus 32,500 plus 4,18,800 is become 23,19,300. From this you should minus 20,94,000, which comes, sir, 2,25,300. Yes, this should be your correct answer, my dear. Let's see. Yes, option C is the correct answer, right? Yes, I hope everyone got the same answer, 2,25,300. Okay, yes. Okay, let's come to the next one. Next one again is very beautiful questions from the exam point of view. Subscription of 6,25,000 had been shown in the income and expenditure account. Right? Prepare for the year ended 31st March 23. Additional information they have given below. Subscription outstanding, that is 2022 and 23, last year, current year. The amount of subscription received, they are asking you how much subscription we have received during the year. Okay, so how to calculate, sir, is very simple, my dear student. How to calculate? Let's first, how much is the subscription shown in the income expenditure account? 6,25,000. So we write here subscription as per what, sir? Income and expenditure account, 6,25,000, right? In that, something we will add, something we will less. Now what we less, sir? First let's try to understand what we add, what we less. First of all, listen, subscription outstanding 55,000. Last year outstanding subscription we might have received in the current year now. Yes, so we add here outstanding of last year. How much? 55,000. Subscription received in advance. Last year we received in the advance. It might have come in the last year cash book. So we will less here advance subscription. How much? 31,000. Next, my dear students, subscription outstanding current year. Current year outstanding subscription we haven't received. So outstanding subscription 72,000. And current year we receive the subscription in advance, so it will be how much, sir? 37,000. Now you can calculate and tell me how much it will appear. So 6,25,000 plus 55,000 plus 37,000 minus 31,000 minus 72,000 is equal to 6,14,000. Option C will be the correct answer, right, my dear students? Have you got 6,14,000? Yes, sir, rupees answer is how much? 6 lakh? No. It will not be 6,36,000. It will be 6,14,000. Okay, because they have not asked you the subscription as per the income and expenditure account. They have asked subscription received during the year. Okay, right. Next, my dear student, if opening capital is 70,000 and closing capital is 90,000, what is the amount of profit or loss? So 70 was opening capital, closing become 90, so your capital have increased. So when your capital will increase, sir? When there is a profit. So how much is the profit then? 20,000. Yes, so option A will be the correct answer, right? Okay, next one. Charitable institution has 250 member with a annual subscription of 5,000. So 250 member, annual subscription 5,000. So our total income become what, sir? 250 into 5,000 is equal to 12,50,000 is your total income. This we need to receive in the current year. Okay, next, the subscription received during the year 11,25,000. How much we received during the year, sir? 11,25,000, which includes 65,000 and 25,000 for the year 2021 and 22-23. So what we do first? 11,25,000 we will less last year outstanding, which was how much, sir? 65,000 which we received in the current year, right? And 25,000 we receive in the current year, but it belongs to which year, sir? Next year, advance. So this also will subtract 25,000. So now we come to know how much is the current year subscription we have received. That is 11,25,000 minus 65,000 minus 25,000. This is the subscription which we received in the current year and which belongs to current year, right? Now, how much is the total income for us? Our total income is, there are total 250 member, each paying annual subscription 5,000. Our total income becomes 12,50,000. We need to receive 12,50,000, but how much we have received, sir? 10,35,000. It means there is a 2,15,000 is what, sir? Outstanding. Amount of outstanding subscription for the year 21-22 will be 2,15,000. Is that clear, my dear student? Yes or no? Please tell me. This is very beautiful question, right? Like this they may test in the exam, right? So 2,15,000 will be what, sir? Subscription outstanding during the current year, right? Is that clear, my dear student? This, please give me thumbs up. Yes, sir. This question is clear. Please tell me. Yes, no, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's come to the next one, my dear students. Okay. Next one. If average inventories, now this is again very beautiful sum. The average inventory is 1,25,000 and closing inventory is how much, sir? 10,000, which is less than the opening inventory. Then value of closing inventory will be how much? Very, very beautiful sum. Many students will make mistake here also, right? So let's focus, my dear student. How much is the average inventory? What's the formula for average inventory? Opening plus closing divided by 2. So we write here average inventory is equal to what, sir? Is equal to your opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by 2, right? So how much is the average inventory they have given? 1,25,000 is equal to opening plus closing divided by 2, right? Now, so if you multiply this like 1,25,000 into 2, we got 2,50,000 is the inventory in that opening plus closing. Like this equation you will get, right? Now what we need to assume? We assume let's opening inventory will be X. You can say Y, Z, whatever may be. So we assume here if opening inventory is X, so 2,50,000 is equal to X plus X, because opening is X, closing is what, sir? They say closing inventory is 10,000 less, so minus 10,000. Are you getting my point? Minus what, sir? 10,000. So now what will you do is equal to this 10,000 become what, sir? 2,50,000 minus 10 become what? 2,40,000 is equal to X plus is equal to 2X. So X is equal to 2,40,000, right? Divide by 2 is equal to 1,20,000, right? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, my dear student? So this 1 minute, here is one mistake we did. Just a minute, just 1 minute. So 1 minute. So what happened? This 2,50,000, this 10,000 become plus here, it become 2,60,000 is equal to 2X. So X is equal to 2,60,000 divided by 2 is equal to 1,30,000. So this X is what, my dear student? X is the opening inventory, and they say closing inventory is 10,000 less by opening inventory. So opening is 1,30,000, so closing will be less by 10,000. So it will be how much, sir? 1,20,000 will be your closing inventory, right? This is very, very important. Yes, my dear students, are you able to understand? So how much is the closing inventory value? 1,20,000, because opening inventory how much, sir? 1,30,000. So opening is 1,30,000, so closing is less than 10,000 of the opening, right? So opening 1,30,000 minus 10,000, you will get a closing inventory. Okay, next one. Now what is the sacrificing ratio? New profit sharing ratio minus old. New minus old is the sacrificing ratio? No, it will be the gaining ratio. Equal to old profit sharing ratio? Okay. Equal? No. Old profit sharing ratio minus, that means old ratio minus new ratio is equal to sacrificing ratio. Yes or no? So which option is correct, sir? Option what? D. Right, my dear students? Okay, sacrificing ratio. Next one. Yes, online students, are you there? Yes, sir. 37D. Very good, very good. Yes, yes, Harish. Next. Which of the following is not an essential feature of partnership? Which one is not essential feature? Very good. That is mutual agency, yes. Existence of business, yes. Association of 2 and more person, yes. Which one is not? Compulsory registration. Compulsory registration is not a what's a essential feature, right? Next one. Generally, sacrificing ratio is concerned with the situation of what? When sacrificing ratio will be there? In which situation? Admission, retirement, death, dissolution. Whenever there is a admission, whenever the person get admitted, that time only we generally calculate what, sir? Sacrificing ratio, right? So 39 A answer. Which of the following account is mainly prepared at the time of dissolution of the firm? This is very, very important. Whenever the firm get dissolved, that time which account we generally prepare? Very good, very good. Yes. So revaluation account? No. Goodwill account? No. Realization account? Yes. Memorandum revaluation account? No. Memorandum revaluation will come at the time of admissions. What is the correct answer, sir? Realization account we prepare at the time of dissolution. Yes, very good, very good. Yes. Come to the next one. X and Y are partners with a capital of 50,000. X and Y are partner with a capital of 50,000 and rupees 30,000 respectively. Interest payable on capital is 10% per annum. If the profit earned by the firm is 4,800, what will be the interest on capital? X and Y. It's very, very beautiful. Now, my dear student, if you calculate the interest per annum, so that is for X it will come 5,000 and for Y it will come 3,000. Our total interest on capital will come 5 plus 3, which is 8,000. But do we have the 8,000 profit? No. We have only 4,800 profit. Then what you should do? You should distribute this 4,800 in the ratio of their capital, interest on capital, right? In that ratio you should distribute. Yes, Harish, that is not a correct answer. Okay, because you don't have the 8,000 profit. If you don't have the 8,000 profit, then how can you give the 8,000 interest on capital? Okay, so what will be the correct answer, sir, here? The correct answer will be distribute this 4,800 in the ratio of 5:3, which comes 3,000 and 1,800. This will be the correct answer. Okay, next one. X and Y were partner, sharing profit and loss as 3:2. They admitted Z as a new partner, given him 1/5 share of future profit. What should be the new profit sharing ratio? This is again very, very easy. How to calculate, sir? In 1/5, out of 5, 1 belongs to whom, sir? 1 belongs to Z. So how much shares left, sir? 4/5. So this 4/5 we distribute to X and Y in the ratio of 3:2. So into 3/5, 4/5 into 2/5 is equal to, so it will be 12/25, 8/25, right? So which option will come, sir? Option A, right? So 42, option A will be the correct answer, right, my dear students? Okay, fine. Now focus on 43. This 43 is very, very important, right? I will give you 10-second time to you. You please try to solve this question number 43. It's very beautiful sum. Okay? Because examiner have tested this sum. Many times they have asked this sum. Right? So, B and D are partners, sharing profit or loss in the ratio of 3:2. They admitted K for 1/6 share of profit in the future. The firm on which takes 2/3 from B and 1/3 from D, right? What will be the new profit sharing ratio, right? What will be the new profit sharing ratio? Very, very beautiful sum, my dear student. Very, very beautiful sum. Okay, so can you calculate and tell me what will be the answer for 43rd question? Okay, tell me fast. I'll be waiting for you, right? What will be the answer for 43rd question? Right? Yes. So how to solve this, sir? Is very simple. Now 2/3 who has given, sir? B has given, and 1/3 who has given, sir? D has given. But if we add this 2/3 plus 1/3, it won't come. It will be 3/3. It will not come 1/6. Are you getting my point? Because the aggregate of K, the K's aggregate should be 2/3 plus 1/3. It has to come 1/6. But it is not coming 1/6. Means something differently we have to solve this sum, right? So what we can do now? We need to first what we need to do, right? We need to calculate first how much is B and how much is the D is giving to whom, sir? To K. How to calculate? Total share is 1/6. In this 1/6, how much B is taking? 2/3. So 1/6 into 2/3, it becomes 2/18. 2/18 becomes sacrificing ratio of B, and 1/3 into 1/6 is equal to 1/18 will become sacrificing ratio of what, sir? D. That much only they are going to sacrifice. If you add both now, if you say 2 plus 1, 3, 3/18 will come nothing but 1/6. Right? Okay, anyway, let's calculate now. We know the old ratio. How much is the old ratio, sir? Old ratio is how much? 3/5 minus how much, my dear student? 2/18. You can solve this and you may get, you know what? The answer, when you solve this, you will get this answer, that is 44:31:15. That will be the correct answer. Okay, you solve this, this will be the answer. Okay, right? Yes, you have to make the base equal. Okay, you multiply 18 here, yes, multiply 5 here. Okay, I'll do for 1, so then it will be easy. So 24, yes sir, right? So 24 divided by, if you 18 into 5 is equal to 90. This will also become 90, right? So you do this 10, right? Oh, this 24, yes. So you try to solve this sum, right? This way only it will come, right? Okay. Now question of 44. G and C are partner. They are entitled for 9% interest on their capital contribution. The firm allowed rupees 54,000 toward interest on capital of a partner. What will be the capital contribution of each partner if the interest on Guna's capital is 13,500 more than the interest on Chinu's capital? This is again very, very important, my dear student. Very beautiful sum. This is also very, very beautiful. 14 sum. Right? Try to solve this 14. Right? This 2 is very different questions. Okay. Now this is again, I expect the question will come from exam. This question may appear in your exam. Question number 44 may appear in your exam. Okay, because it requires some calculation, right, my dear students? So how to do that calculation? Let's try to understand what they have said. Now please focus here. G and C are partner. They are entitled for 9% interest on their capital contribution. The firm allow 54,000 towards interest on capital to the partners. What will be the capital contribution of each partner if interest on Guna's capital is what, sir? 13,500. Right, my dear students? So how to calculate? Yes, so I will show you how to calculate so that it will be easy for you. Right, where is that interest on capital? Okay, I think, okay, I will solve for you. Right, okay, we'll solve here only because space is there. Now what we do first, the interest on capital. What is the formula for interest on capital? So interest is equal to capital into rate. Right, yes or no? Correct. Now first of all, how much is the interest, sir? 9%. How much is the cap interest, sir? 54,000 is equal to. Now first of all, we don't know how much is the Gunas. If the interest on capital is how much, sir? 13,000 more than what, sir? Gunas capital. Right, so let's do this. 54,000 is equal to what will you do now? Capital is x into 9%. Yes or no? Right, because we don't know the capital. So this 9% you take there. Right, so you solve this one. I think I have solved this, so it will be saving of time. Yes, see here, if you see this, so 54,000, if you see this, I have solved for you. 54,000 is equal to x plus 13,500 plus x. So you solve this, you'll get 22 lakhs, and this into 9, it will go here. So x is equal to, you will get some amount. Right, you try to solve this. Okay, so it will be, do you want to solve this sum, my dear students, or you can do this? Right, so please tell me. If you want, I can solve for you. Yes, yes, do you want I should solve this sum, or you can solve this? You tell me. If you want, I can do it in 1 minute if you want. Yes, no, please tell me fast. Do you want that I should solve this sum? Because this is also in calculation part. Okay, okay, fine. Anyway, I'll solve this for you. Okay, so first of all, how much is the, how much is the, I'll do here, how much is the interest? 54,000 is equal to capital, what they said, the Guna's capital is 13,500 more than what, sir? In 13,000 more than the interest of the Chinu's capital. Right, okay, so we say it is x. Whose x, sir? Guna's capital is 13,500 more than what, sir? Where is the, what will the capital contribution of each partner if the interest on Guna's capital is 13,500 more than what, sir? Yes, so we assume here, whose, sir? Chinu's is what? X plus Guna will be what, sir? 13,500 plus x, because more. Right, now you solve this equation. First of all, solve this, because the interest will be x, will be 13,500 plus interest, his interest, correct? You will get total interest. So 54,000 is equal to, this 13,500 will go here. So 15,400 minus 13,500 is equal to 40,500 is equal to 2x. Right, so x is equal to right? How much x is equal to, so divide by 2 is equal to 20,250. This is the x. Now interest rate how much? 9% per annum. So now we calculate 44a. Yes, yes, yes. Let me check. Let me check. So now interest is 22,250 is equal to the that is capital into what's that 9%. So divide by 0.09 is equal to, you will get 2,25,000. This should be your answer. Yes. Okay, this way I was telling you some calculation part, right? So that's why this is a very very important, right? Okay, yes, very good. Yes, 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 good. Next one, a person who undertake an agreement or convey to other person the right to use the asset in return of for rent an asset or for a agreed period of time. Yesterday I have uploaded on video, if you have seen that, the accounting for leases, right? AS19. In that 19 first definition itself they have mentioned, right? The lessor will give his asset to the lessee in a return of a payment or a series of payment that we call as what, sir? It is what? Lessor. Operating lease is what, sir? It is a always, it is a what, sir? It is a revocable contract, non-revocable contract, operating contract. No, it is always a revocable. Okay, right? Which lease transfers substantially all the risk and reward incidental to the ownership of the asset. Which lease, sir? That is finance lease, right? Yes, yes, very good, Harish, very good. Many students are answering correctly. Yes, good, good, good. I am very happy. Yes, come to the next one. In which type of lease expenses like maintenance, repair and taxes are borne by a lessor? Which type of expense, which type of lease? It is always an operating lease, my dear student. Because in case of finance lease, you might have seen that video I told, in case of finance lease everything has to be borne by the lessee, not a lessor. In case of operating lease, who will borne all these things, sir? Lessor will be borne all the expenses in case of operating lease, not a finance lease. Okay, yes. Short term lease which is often cancelable is known as what, sir? Operating lease, right? Yes. Okay, next one, a lease which is generally not cancelable and cover full economic life of the asset, it's which lease, sir? Again it is an finance lease, right? Next one, in the hire purchase system, interest charged by vendor is calculated on the basis of, always we calculate the interest on hire purchase on which price? On a cash price outstanding, or hire purchase price, or installment price? Which price we calculate the interest? Generally we calculate, yes, on a outstanding cash price. Yes. Okay, right? Next one, excess of hire purchase price or cash price. If the hire purchase price is more than the cash price, hire purchase price more than cash price, we call that as what, sir? As a interest, right? That is what, sir? Interest. No, 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 Harish, no, that is wrong. Yes, Harish, that is wrong. Okay, yes, rectify yourself, that is not correct answer. Okay, next one, in hire purchase system, cash price plus interest is known as what? Hire purchase price of the asset. Yes, now it is correct, hire purchase price of the asset. Come to next one, Shiva purchased a laptop on hire purchase system. Now this is again very, I am expecting one MCQ from the 54 and 55 question. Okay, definitely one MCQ is going to come. Okay, now please focus. Shiva purchased a laptop on hire purchase system. As per the term, he is required to pay 7,500 as a down payment. 10,000 at the end of first year, 7,500 as the end of second year, and 12,500 as the end of the third year. Interest is charged at the rate of 12% per annum. The interest payable with installment at the end of second year will be, how much will be the interest they have asked you in the second year. So what you should do in your regular class, I have taught you one table, right? How to calculate the principal, interest and installment, right? The table I have taught you. So please prepare that table. So let's prepare the table first. What's the table start from, sir? First will be the number of installment, right? You don't have to write in the detail. Number of installment, then principal outstanding, then there is a principal repayment plus interest. You will get what, sir? Installment. Then next one is the outstanding principal, right? So like this you have to prepare. Yes, my dear student, this way you have to prepare. Okay. Now, so installment 0 means down payment. Then what is the next one? 1, 2, 3. So first one, how much is the installment? They said installment is 10,000 first year. Second it become 7,500. Third it become 12,500, right? You know very well, at the end of the period it becomes 0. Outstanding principal should be 0. So there is one formula how to calculate the opening principal. Opening principal is equal to, if you remember, or principal repayment is equal to, that is principal outstanding plus installment divided by 1 plus rate of interest. Okay, apply this formula, you will get an opening principal. Okay, how to calculate this, sir? How much is the opening principal at 0? Installment how much? 12,500. So 12,500 divided by 1 point. What is the rate of interest? 12%. 1.12 is equal to 11,160. So we can write here 11,160. Right here 11,160. So our opening principal is 11,160. Installment is 12,500. So how much is the yes, so how much is the interest, my dear student? 11,160. So interest will be 12,500 minus 11,160. So interest will come how much, sir? 1340 in the third year, right? Now this opening principal will be the last year closing. So we write 11,160. Now again we need to calculate what, my dear students? We need to calculate the opening principal outstanding. How to calculate? That is outstanding principal, correct? That is 11,160 plus installment, that is 7,500 divided by 1.12 is equal to, you will get 16,660. How to calculate interest? Interest is always calculated on the opening principal. So 16,660 into 12% is equal to, how much you are getting, sir? 1999. This is the interest, and this is what they have asked you. Second year, how much will be the interest, sir? Option B will be the correct answer. How many of you got option B? Some students say option C. No, option C is not a correct answer, Harish. Right? Which option is correct, sir? Option B will be the correct answer. Right? I hope it is clear. Have you understood, my dear student, up to this? Please tell me. Have you understood or not? Yes, no? Please tell me. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, sir. We understood. Yes. Right? Yes, no? So that it will be helpful for me that you are understanding, right? Our main objective, what you should understand, and after that you should not solve MCQ and all. If you solve this MCQ along with me, that will be more than sufficient. Okay, you just one day before the exam you should see this, that's it. Okay, right? Fine. So let's come to the next one. What is the next one, sir? Now I have taken the last 3 attempt MCQ, right? So last 3 attempt I have covered all the MCQ. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Now, the construction of the factory building was completed on 1st April at a cost of 56,50,000, the construction cost. A sum of 45,000 has been incurred for construction of temporary huts for storing building material, right? So first one, construction cost is a capital expenditure. Then you have constructed the temporary huts to keep the material, that is also become the capital expenditure. So total capital expenditure till now 56,50,000 plus 45,000. Then insurance premium 56,500 paid on 5th April. That means after the construction got over, you paid what, sir? You have paid the insurance. So this insurance is not capital expenditure. It is what's a revenue expenditure. So now how much is the capital expenditure, sir? 56,50,000 plus 45,000 is equal to 56,95,000 capital expenditure, and 56,50,000 is what, sir? 56,500 is what, sir? Revenue. So option B will be the correct option, right? Okay. Next one. If a receipt of 21,500 for interest has been recorded in the books as a payment, you receive 21,500, right, as a interest, that is your income, but you record it as a payment. How much payment you record? 12,500. Oh my god. That we recorded it as a expenses. The profit will be what, sir? If you treating income as expenses, definitely your profit will reduce. Correct? Then your profit will decrease by how much, sir? First, you need to record 21,000 as income. You haven't recorded. Plus 12,500 you record as expenses. So total will be your profit reduced 21,500 plus 12,500. Your profit will reduce, the decrease by what, sir? 34,000. Right? Your profit will decrease by 34,000. Right? Yes? Okay. Next, my dear student. Shiva received a bill for 58,550 from Vijay and endorsed it in favor of Makku. On the date of maturity, the bill was dishonored and noting charges was 450 paid by the holder. In this case, Shiva will be debited. Shiva will be debited by how much amount? Right? Always remember, Shiva will be debited. Shiva will debit Vijay. Correct? Shiva will debit whom, sir? Vijay only, right? Shiva will debit the Vijay by how much, sir? But how much he will debit, sir, is very simple. 58,550 is a bill amount plus noting charges, which comes to 58,550 plus 450, which comes to 59,000. So Shiva will debit the Vijay by 59,000. This is the correct answer, right? Okay. Come to next one. Joint venture by XYZ account is open. Is open for what? Already we have discussed this one, right? When separate set of books of venture, no. When not maintaining separate set of books for joint venture, but every co-venture keep the record of his own transactions only, right? So which option is correct, sir? Option B. Online student, you can answer, right? These are the now your knowledge will be tested here, right? So please answer, please type your answer in the chat box. I can see, right? Okay. Yes, my dear students, come to the next one, right? On 31st March 2023, the debtors of a traders were 6,20,000 before writing of a bad debt. Okay, so how much is our debtors, my dear students? Our debtors are 6 lakh. Our debtors are how much, sir? 6 lakh, right? Then our debtors are 6 lakh. Then what next, sir? The bad debt is how much, sir? We should minus what? Bad debt. How much bad debt is 15,000, right? Okay. The provision for bad debt and doubtful debt is 5% on debtors. Okay, so we minus whatever amount come, From this, how much is the amount, sir? 6 lakh minus 15,000 is equal to 5 lakh 85,000. From this we subtract what, sir? Provision. How much provision they said? 5%, right? So 5% of 5,85,000, which comes to 29,250, right? Okay, so minus we get 5 lakhs, right? We get 5 lakhs 55,750, right? Then, and the provision for discount on debtor is how much percent, sir? 2%. So we create here 2% now. The amount of provision for discount on debtor, they are asking for provision for discount on debtors, right? So it will be into 2%, which comes to how much, sir? Where is 2% on what they said, right? Let me open some new book. Here is, it is not coming clearly. Okay, so first of all, right, I'll write here. So it will be how much, sir? Debtors is there, our debtors, which is 6,20,000. Then before writing the bad debt, so less bad debt, right, which is how much, my dear students? 15,000. So you minus this 6,20,000 minus how much, sir? 15,000, which comes to 6,05,000. Then provision for bad and doubtful, it is 5% on debtors. Okay, so we write here less 5% into 5%. How much, sir? 30,250, right? We subtract this 6,05,000 minus 30,250 is equal to 57,4,750. That means 5,74,750. In that 2% into 2%, answer will be 11,495. This should be the correct answer, 11,495, right, my dear students? Okay, this will be the correct answer. Okay, yes, these are very, very beautiful sums, right? You have to solve along with me, right? Solve these sums along with me. Next one, salary paid during the year 22-23 were 4,70,000. Salaries outstanding on 1/4/2022 were 65,000, and it was also outstanding for 3 months. Oh, the amount of salary shown in the income and expenditure account will be how much? How much salary will be shown in the income and expenditure account? Again, this is very, very beautiful sum, my dear students, right? So how to calculate? First of all, total salary how much paid during the year? 4,70,000. Now listen very, very carefully. Out of that last year outstanding salary, we might have paid in the current year, so it is not a current year expenses. So we minus this, which is 65,000. So how much is the salary of the current year? 4,70,000 minus 65,000 is equal to this 4,05,000 is the salary, which is the expense of the current year, which we paid in the current year, right? But they said there are 3 months salary was outstanding. That means this 4,05,000 we paid for how many months? 9 months only, right? But we need in the income expenditure how many months salary? 12 months. And this is only for how many months, sir? 9 months only, because 3 months salary is outstanding, they clearly told. So how to calculate 12 months salary, sir? It's very simple. So 4,05,000 into what, sir? It is how many months? This is 9 months, multiply with 12, right? So if you divide by 9, you will get 1 month salary. Multiply with 12, you will get a 1 year salary. So how much is the answer? 4,05,000 into 12 divided by 9, 5 lakh 40, the option C. Yes, online students, are you able to understand or not? Please tell me. Right? Please tell me, are you able to understand? Yes or no? Or if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the chat box. Right? If you have any doubt, please ask me. Right? Don't sit quiet. Right? If you have any doubt, sir, I am not able to understand this, right, you can ask me. I will answer, I will clarify your doubt. Okay, right? Yes. Okay, right, my dear students, come to the next one. Profit before interest on loan and manager commission were 4,25,250. That means the profit before interest on loan and manager commission. Interest on loan they have given 42,000. Very good. So what we do? We'll subtract the interest on loan. So how much is the profit, sir? So profit is 4,25,250. From this we subtract interest on loan. Right? How much interest on loan? 42,000. Whatever profit we got now. So 4,25,250 minus 42,000 is equal to 38,000. Right? Now 3,83,250. Right? 3,83,250 is what, sir? It is the profit before commission, right? This is a profit before commission. So we can write here profit before commission. If the manager is entitled 5% commission on net profit after charging such commission. After charging now what, sir? After means in this profit commission is included. So always it will be 5. It will be 5 divided by 105. Before na directly apply the commission rate into a profit, you will get a commission amount. Okay, right? So how much is that? 383,250 into 5 divided by 105, which comes 18,250. Option D will be the correct. Right? Many students will do what they do directly, they will apply the 10%. Okay, so don't do like that. This is the correct answer. Okay, right, my dear students. Okay, let's come to the next one. At the end of the accounting year, advances from customer are. Suppose some customer is there, that customer have given us the advance. So that advance for us is what? Is it an asset for us, liability for us, expense or income? What is that advance for us, my dear student? So if someone pay us the money in advance, that become our liability, right? So it will appear in the balance sheet liability side. Correct? Yes or no? Suppose if we have given the advance to someone, so for us it is an asset, right? Okay, come to the next one. On 31/3/2023, the debtors of a trader are 7,50,000. Is very beautiful sum again. 7,50,000 is our debtors, right? Before writing off bad debt of 25,000. So what we do first? First you subtract what, sir? Bad debt. Your first job you subtract the bad debt. So take your debtors. So debtors is equal to 7,50,000. From this we subtract what, sir? Bad debt. Sir, how much is the bad debt? 25,000. After subtracting the bad debt, how much is the amount, sir? It becomes 7,25,000. Right, my dear students? Now, the provision for bad and doubtful debt is 5%. Okay, we subtract the PBD. How much percent? 5%. So 7,25,000 into 5%, which comes to 36,250. Correct? So my dear student, 7,25,000 minus 36,250, we got 6,88,750. In that they say discount how much percent? 2%. So minus discount 2% into 2%, that is 13,775. 13,775 you minus, you will get 74,000. You'll get what's a 6,74,975. So correct option is what's a 6,74,975. Option B. Yes, very good. Very good. Yes, yes. So definitely one question will come from the provision or bad debt or debtors. Out of these three things, now one question definitely will appear in your exam, right? So this all the types of question once you solve now, it will boost your confidence level, right? So when you go to exam hall and when you see this question, it will be very, very, you will feel very happy that time, right? So let's come to the next one. Next one is again very, very beautiful, my dear student. Following information is given for the year ended 31/3/2023. Salary outstanding and paid in advance. Salary outstanding and paid. So outstanding how much, sir? 33,000. Paid in advance how much, sir? 22,000. Salary paid during the year how much, sir? 3,30,000. Okay. Salary paid in advance and outstanding. That means current year advance this one and outstanding 44,000. The amount of salary to be shown in income and expenditure account for the year how much? How much it will be shown is very simple. First one, how much salary paid? Total salary paid 3,30,000. From this we will add and we will less. What we should add, sir? Salary outstanding. Last year outstanding salary. Is it expense for current year, sir? No. So we will less. How much? 33,000. Next one. Next, my dear student, 22. Last year we paid the salary in advance. If you pay the salary advance in the last year, that means it is the expense of which year, sir? Current year. It is not expense of the last year, correct? So what we do then? We will add. How much we add, sir? 22,000. Next, salary paid in advance. Current year we paid advance. When you pay the salary in advance in the current year, that means we paid in which year, sir? For next year purpose. So what we do? We will less, which is 16,500, and 44,000 is outstanding. So we add 44,000. You do this calculation, you will get answer 3,30,000 plus 22,000 plus 44,000 minus 33,000 minus 16,500 is equal to 3,46,500. Yes, who gave me B answer? B answer is wrong. Okay, correct answer is 3,46,500. Option E. Right? Yes. Are you getting my point? Option B, no. Option A is the correct answer. Okay. Fine. Come to the next one. Okay. Opening stock. Okay, sir. Opening stock, closing stock, sales return, sales. The rate of gross profit 25% on cost. Then gross profit will be how much? How much is the gross profit, sir? It is very, very simple. They are asking you what is a gross profit. Now, we know the sales. Do we know the sales? Yes. Do we know the sales return? Yes. So how much is the sales, my dear students? Sales is 24,20,000. Sales return how much, my dear student? 45,000. You minus this, you will get a sales. Correct? So 24,20,000 minus 45,000 is equal to 23,75,000. It is a sales. They are given GP on cost. GP on cost. So let's assume cost is what, sir? Let's assume cost is 100. GP is how much, sir? 25. So sales is 125. So we know the 125 sales. For GP how much, right? So how to do, sir? 23,75,000 into 25, because we need the GP, divide by 125. So into 25 divided by 125 is equal to 4,75,000. Right? So correct answer will be B. Then you may ask me, sir, why they have given this opening stock, closing stock and all? This information given only to confuse you. Right? This information is irrelevant for us. Okay? Right. I hope it is clear, my dear students. Come to the next one. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, only few students are answering. Other students, please answer, please participate in the class. Only item of revenue nature pertaining to the period of account are shown in where? Where we record the revenue item generally, my dear student. In receipts and payment account, we record revenue as well as capital. Income and expenditure, yes. A and B, no, no, no. So what is the correct answer, sir? Option B will be the correct answer. Okay. Next, excess of higher purchase price over the cash price is known as what? Excess of higher purchase price over the cash price. This already we have seen the sum, right? So we call that as interest. Okay. Next one. AS10 is applicable to which of the following asset? It is nothing but what, sir? PPE. Correct. Next, goods costing 2,34,000 are sent to the branch at an invoice price of 3,12,000. The loading on invoice price is how much? How much will be the loading they are asking? See, plantation. 14 or 13. Okay. So goods costing 2,34,000 are sent to the branch at an invoice price of 3,12,000. The loading on invoice price is, see, there is some gap between you and me. When you answer and when you see that, you may find some, I think some few second gap is there. Okay, so please manage that one. Okay, now my dear student, so how much is the loading first? Loading is how much? Loading is equal to, that is 3,12,000 minus 2,34,000. So loading become your 78,000. Now they ask you loading percentage on invoice price. So how much is the invoice price, sir? 3,12,000. So divide by 3,12,000 into 100. So divide by 3,12,000 into 100 is equal to 25. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Yes. Come to the, so I hope this question paper is over. Next one, June 24, right? This also is very important because last two attempt, like last was December, before that two attempt you must solve the question paper. That is very, very important from the exam point of view. Okay, right? Fine. Next one, let's come to the next. Select the correct equation. Owner's equity is equal to asset plus liability. Owner's equity is equal to what's asset plus liability? No. Owner's equity plus outsider liability is equal to total asset? Yes. Asset plus owners? No. Outside equity plus profit is equal to total asset? No. So which is the correct option, sir? Option B will be the correct option, right, my dear students? Yes. Yes, online students, you have to answer. Don't sit quiet in the class. Please participate. I am watching you, right? You have to answer. You have to participate. Okay. Next one. Cash in hand account may have. Cash in hand always will have which balance, sir? Debit balance. Why, sir? It cannot have credit balance? No. Have you seen that any time your cash become negative? In your hand, 10,000 is there. So it become negative. It cannot be negative. It can be either positive or there will be no cash. Either your pocket will be having some cash or it will be empty. It cannot have negative, right? Okay, so it only have which balance, sir? Debit balance. The fundamental of accounting assumptions are, which are the fundamental accounting assumptions, sir? There are three fundamental accounting assumptions, right? Which are those, sir? Number one, going concern, consistency and accrual. So these are the three fundamental accounting assumption, right? This you might have learned, you know, in 11th standard also. Your beautiful teacher also might have taught this, right? What are the fundamental accounting assumption? Okay, next one. Choose the correct statement. This is very important again. Error of principle do not affect the trial balance. Yes, true. Because error of principle will never affect the trial balance. How, sir? You purchase the asset. Instead of recording the asset, you record as a purchases. No problem. Your trial balance will agree. Your trial balance will never understand what is the asset, what is the purchase and all. No. It will always understand what? Debit and credit. right? Instead of Ram, you write Sham. Instead of Geeta, you write Sita. Doesn't matter. Your trial balance will not say who is Geeta, who is Sita. Your trial balance will say whether you wrote in the correct account. That means correct site or debit and credit. You write in any account, doesn't matter. Correct site, debit or credit, you record correctly or not. Okay. So error principle, yes. Compensating error affect the trial balance. This is wrong. One side error does not affect the trial balance. This is also wrong. Error casting is error principle is wrong. So which is the correct option, sir? Option A will be the correct option, right? Okay, very good, Harish. Yes. Come to next one. Calculate sales from the following details. Calculate sales from the following details. Now, how to calculate, sir? They have given everything. Just prepare the trading account, right? So if you prepare the trading account, my dear student, in the trading account, just write one by one. How much is the opening stock? 4,000. How much is the cost of goods sold? Oh, how much is cost of goods sold? 30,000. Cost of goods sold means what, sir? Cost of goods sold. If you write the cost of goods sold, will the opening stock comes? Right? Next one, what, my dear student? Direct expenses they are given. Then what they have given, sir? Gross profit they have. How much is the gross profit they have given? 1,500, right? Please try to understand. Whenever cost of goods sold is given, what is cost of goods sold? Opening stock plus purchases, right? Then plus direct expenses minus closing stocks. That means they already given everything in 30,000. So will you write again? No. Then why they are giving this information, sir? To confuse you, right? So how much is the your sales, sir? Your sales will come 31,500. Option B will be the correct answer, right? Many students will write here, you know, opening stock, then cost of goods sold, all these things they write. That is not required at all. Cost of goods sold, in that you add the profit, you will get a sales, right, my dear students? So what is the option, sir? Option B will be the correct option. Come to the next one. Now next, Mr. P issued check worth 15,000 in March. That means we issue a check. When we issue a check, what will happen, sir? Your cash balance will reduce, correct? Out of which 10,000 only was presented for payment. That means your cash book reduced by how much, sir? 15,000, but your passbook reduced by how much, sir? 10,000 only. So balance 5,000 your cash book have reduced, correct? So what we should do? While reconciling the bank and cash balance as on 31st March 2024, how much will be added to the balance as per the cash book arriving at a pass? How much will you add? Very simple. 15,000 your cash book reduce, 10,000 your passbook reduce. How much will you add? 5,000. So which option is correct, sir? Option C will be the correct option, right? Okay. Let's come to the next one. A second-hand car purchased for 2 lakhs, excluding initial repair cost. So initial repair cost is a capital expenditure we should add. So total become how much, sir? 2,50,000 is the cost of the car. It's sold after 2 years for 1 lakh. Depreciation is charged 20%. Right? Now what we need to do, sir? They ask you profit or loss on the car. Very simple. So you minus the depreciation. How much is the depreciation, sir? That is 20%. So 2,50,000 into 20% is equal to how much, sir? 50,000. So it become 2 lakhs. Right? After that, what we do? We again less depreciation, which is 20%. So 2 lakhs into 20%, right? Which comes to 40,000. So your WD become 1,60,000. You sold at how much, sir? 1 lakh. 1,60,000 asset you sold at 1 lakh. It become, there is a loss. How much loss, sir? 60,000 is the loss, right? How much is the loss, sir? 60,000, right, my dear students? Yes, online students, are you there or not? Yes. Okay. X drew a bill, right? X drew a bill of exchange on Y for 20,000, payable after 3 months. On the due date, Y could not make the payment and requested to renew the fresh bill for 3 months for 12% interest. The amount of fresh bill. Now here many students will make mistake. What they will do now? They will take the bill amount, they'll multiply into what's a 12%, and here they will apply the time factor 3 by 12. Right? Here you should not apply the time factor because it is not a per annum. It is only 12%. So when you only percentage given without per annum word, you should not apply the time factor. Right, my dear? You should not apply the time factor. So how much it is? Only 20,000 into 12%, which comes how much interest, sir? 2,400. So fresh bill will be what, sir? Your old bill plus interest. So old bill how much, sir? 20,000 plus interest how much, sir? 2,400. So it become 22,400, which option B will be the correct option, right? So many students will make mistake here. So again and again I am telling you that don't do this mistake. Okay, next one. Then choose odd one. Premium method, revaluation method without raising the goodwill account, revaluation of unrecorded asset, right? So which one is the odd, my dear student? So option A become odd. Operating lease is what? Operating lease is what, sir? Is a revocable contract, right? Already we have discussed this one. State which of the following statement is false. Which is the false they are asking? Okay. Salvage of stock means stock saved during the accident. Yes. Unusual item and defective item are separate treated under the insurance claim. This is wrong. Defective items means the goods which cannot fit the usual rate. This is also correct. Average clause apply when they are under insurance. Which one is the wrong, my dear student? That is B1. Right, online students? Yes, I hope you are there. Correct. Okay, next one. A, B and C are three partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 3:2:1. B retire from the firm. What is the gaining ratio of remaining partners? Very simple. There are A, B, C, 3:2:1. Who retires, sir? B. So what is the gaining ratio? 3:1. Right? Is that clear? Is very simple. Next one. Goods are transferred from department X to department Y at a price so as to include the profit of how much, sir? 33.33% on cost. If the value of closing stock of department Y is 18,000, then the amount of stock is how much? This 18,000 is what, sir? In the department Y it is included, means it includes what, sir? Loading also. So it is not a cost, it is an invoice price, right? So now what is the invoice price, sir? It's very simple. On cost they say 33%. So cost is 100, right? Cost is how much? 100. Loading how much they said, sir? Loading is 33.33. So your invoice price become 133.3333, right? So now what they ask, what is the stock reserve? This 18,000 is the invoice price. So 18,000 into 33.333 divided by 133.33. So if you calculate this, right, divide by 133.33, you will get how much, sir? 4,500 is the stock reserve, right, my dear student? How much is the stock reserve, sir? 4,500, right? Okay. Come to the next one. Income statement of charitable institution is known as income and expenditure account. Next, contingent liability will appear. Where it will appear, sir? It will never appear in the balance sheet. It will appear in the notes to accounts and in the balance sheet, right? On the notes to accounts. Is that clear, my dear students? Right? I hope up to this it is clear. Yes. Now, last question paper, that is last attempt, 24. Okay. So, December 24 paper we are going to solve, right? If the company is going concern, if its balance sheet shows a strong financial position, not necessary. Its income statement of the current year show huge profit, not necessary. There is no evidence that it will or will have to cease the operation within the foreseeable future. This will be the correct. This also not. That means There should be not any evidence that company is going to close in foreseeable future. Foreseeable future means what, sir? 12 months from the end of the accounting period. There should not be any evidence. If that evidence exists, then it is not a going concern. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Come to the next one. Which of the following error or omission are not part of the bank reconciliation process? Right? So bank, when you prepare the bank reconciliation statement, we take the balance as per cash book and balance as per passbook. So balance as per cash book means we deal with the cash book bank column, not the cash book cash column. So if there is any error in the cash book cash column, that we will not deal with while preparing the BRS. So wrong totaling of the bank column, yes, it will deal. Wrong totaling of cash column cash book, no. Posting wrong account, wrong amount, yes. Omission to carry forward, yes. Which we won't carry, we won't consider, sir. B. If the cash book there is some error, that we will not consider for the preparation of BR, because cash book cash column we won't consider. Which column we consider, sir? Cash book bank column, right? Okay. Come to the next one. Yes. Which of the following is true about the financial statement? Financial statement gives a summary of account. Yes. Financial statement can be studied at recorded as a fact. Yes. So both A and B is correct. We prepare the financial statement on the basis of all this, right, my dear students? Okay. Next one. X drew a bill, right? X drew a bill on Y for 1,80,000 for a mutual accommodation in the ratio of 2:1. X got discounted, okay, and remitted 1/3. How much money should X remit to Y? Already we have seen this, right? So how to calculate, sir? That is 1,80,000 into how much enjoyed by X, sir? X enjoyed 2/3. So is equal to 1,80,000, right, into 2 divided by 3. Right, 1,80,000 into 2 divided by 3 is equal to 1,20,000. So option A will be the correct answer, right, my dear student? Option A will be the correct option. Next, a firm had a capital balance of 1 lakh at the beginning of the year. At the end of the year, the firm has a total asset of 1,50,000 and total liability 70. Very good. So total asset minus what's the total asset minus liability, we get what? Capital. If the total withdrawal during the year, how much, sir? 30,000. No problem. We know the opening capital. Yes. How much opening capital, sir? 1 lakh. Yes or no? Now, do we know the closing capital, sir? No. But they have given total asset how much? Is equal to 1,50,000. Minus your liability how much? 70. So your closing capital become how much, sir? 1,50,000 minus 70 is equal to 80. Right? Yes or no? Now they have withdrew during the year how much, sir? 30,000. They have withdrew 30,000. So drawings you subtract from the opening capital minus drawings, which is 30,000. So how much is your adjusted capital become now? 1 lakh minus 30 becomes 70. And how much is your closing capital here? 80. Your adjusted opening capital becomes 70. Closing capital is 80. So there is a profit of how much, sir? 10,000. Very good. Very good, Harish. Yes. Good, good, good. Excellent. Yes. Next, my dear student. Depreciation charge to the income statement 8 lakhs. Okay. Depreciation under section 32 of the Income Tax Act is in Income Tax Act we charge the more depreciation, right? Unamortized preliminary expenses was 1,50,000. Okay, that means your profit will get what, sir? By this profit will be reduced. This your profit will increase. So net of what happens, sir? Your first one 8 lakhs. What's the difference there, sir? In the income, that is in the books of accounts and in the incomes, right? So we compare what, sir? We compare the profit as per our books of accounts and profit as per the income, right? Income Tax Act. So there's a difference of how much, sir? 12 lakhs, right? 8 lakh, 20 lakh, 20 minus 8, 12 lakhs, your profit is reducing in the income tax. So if your profit reduced, now you are going to pay what's the less tax. Today you will pay less tax, but tomorrow you have to pay what's the more tax. Na? Yes or no, right? Okay. 1,50,000 you are not going to reduce today. You are going to reduce in future. So your profit will increase. So in that we will what, sir? Minus from this 1,50,000. So 12 lakhs minus 1,50,000. So again by 10,50,000 profit is reducing as compared to your books of accounts, right? So now what is happening, sir? Your profit you are reducing by 10,50,000. Today you are paying the tax less. Tomorrow you will pay tax more. So today if you are paying less tax, means you are creating deferred tax liability, right? So that tomorrow you will be paying more tax, right? So how much will be that, sir? 10,50,000 into 40%, right? Into 40%, which comes to 4,20,000. So you are going to create DTL, deferred tax liability, because today you are paying less. So when you pay less, you are liable to pay more in the future. So you are creating what, my dear student? You are going to create deferred tax liability. Okay, next. Okay, so yes, my dear student, have you understood this question number 6 or not? Please tell me yes, no, right? Online student, have you understood question number 6 or not? Please tell me, very important again, right? Okay, come to the next one. Provision for doubtful debt. See, again same types of question they are asking. I told you now, each and every exam you will get one question, one or two, right? From the provision for bad and doubtful debt. Provision for bad debt is how much, sir? 14,000. During the year, bad debt is 9,500. Sundry debtor is how much, sir? 3,25,000. Provision 5% we have to make. Additional bad debt 2,500. How much provision will be debited? How, sir? Just prepare the account. Provision for bad debt account, right? So if you create a provision for bad debt account, right? If you create, first you write opening balance. So by balance, how much opening balance, sir? 14,000. To balance carried down. How much is the closing balance, sir? Create on your debtors. How much is your debtors first? Debtors is 3,25,000 minus first your bad debt. How much is the bad debt, my dear student? This 2,500. You get how much? 3,25,000 minus 2,500 is equal to 3,22,500. Now you need to create 5% provision into 5%, which comes to 16,125. To bad debt, you have to write off the bad debt through provision. So total bad debt was 14,000 opening plus, during the year it was 9,500 plus, right? 9,500 plus excess 2,500 extra we created 12,000 here. So your balancing figure will be 12 plus 16,125, 28,125 minus 14,000 is equal to 14,120. Option B, yes. Harish, no, option B is correct answer. 14,000, not option A. 14,125 is the correct answer, right? So here you write by profit and loss, it will come 14,125. This is the correct answer. Okay, right. Let's come to the next one. Cost of machinery is 60,000. Useful life of the asset is 5 years. Annual depreciation on machinery under straight line 10,000. The scrap value how much? So it's very simple. Every year how much depreciation we are charging, sir? 10,000. Life of the year how much? 5 years. So total depreciation how much, sir? Total we will charge 50,000 as a depreciation. So total 50,000 is a depreciation. That means my cost of the asset become how much, sir? How much? Cost of the asset 60,000. Total depreciation we are going to charge 50. So balance become what? Scrap value, na? Yes. So 10,000 will be the scrap value, right? Cost of the asset 60 minus your total depreciation 50. So 10,000 is nothing but your scrap value, that is residual value. Next one. Next, my dear student, a company deal in 3 products X, Y and Z which are neither similar nor interchangeable. At the time of closing of its books for the year 23-24, historical cost and net realized value of the closing stock are determined as below. What is the value of closing stock? Like as per AS2, inventory should be valued at cost or market price, whichever is lower, right? So in this case, market price means net realizable value, right? So now in this, whichever is lower, this one, in this Y16 and Z8, you add all this, that means 14 plus 16 plus 8 is equal to, so 14,000 plus 16,000 plus 8,000 is equal to 38. 38, not 1000 and all, is 38, right? So how much is the answer, sir? Option C, right? 14 plus 16 plus 8, 38. Yes, very good, very good. Yes, yes, online students, good. In case of the club, the excess of expenditure or income is called what? Excess of expenditure over the income we call as deficit. Next, which of the following statement is not true? Which is not true? Now, accumulated profit, loss and general reserve are transferred to old partners capital account. Yes. If the assets and liability are to be shown in the balance sheet at old value, memorandum revaluation account will be open. Yes. Profit on revaluation is transferred to the capital account to the old partner in the in the equal ratio. Revaluation is nominal is correct. So which one is wrong, sir? Revaluation profit or loss we distribute to the old partner in their PSR ratio, not in the equal ratio. So option C is the wrong, which is not true. Then which is false? Which is false, sir? Option C is a false. Is that clear, my dear student? Right? Okay. Okay, next one. No Harish. Okay, come to next one. P sends 1000 bags to Q costing 400 at an invoice price of 500. Okay, the cost incurred where P's expenses 4000, Q's expenses 1000, which is not non-selling, that means non-recurring. Then R, that is 2000 as a selling expenses. 8,800 bags were sold by the Q. What is the value of consignment stock? Oh, what is the value of consignment stock? They are asking. Very easy, very easy. How much was total bags, sir? 1000 bags. Out of that, how many bags sold, sir? 800. How much is the bag left? How many bags are there? Closing balance 200, right? 1000 minus 800. So 200 bag, right? 200 what, sir? 200 bags into what's the invoice price, sir? 500. Because they ask you what? Consignment stock at the invoice price. Okay, 200 into 500 plus what we need now, sir? The proportionate expense incurred by the consignor and proportionate non-recurring expense incurred by the consignor. Always remember three. Whenever you find the consignment stock, you need three things. Number one, cost of the or invoice price of the consignment goods plus proportionate expense incurred by the consignor and proportionate non-recurring expense incurred by the consignee. These three things we need, right? So in this case, how much the expense incurred by the consignor? 4,000. This is for how many bags, are 1000 bags, but how many bags left are 200. So we need the proportionate expenses, right? For 1000 bag he incur 4,000, so 200 how much? Plus consignee incur 1000 rupees. Again, for how many bags, sir? 1000 bag only, but how many bags is there? 200 divided by 1000. Now you find out the consignment stock, that is 200 into 500 is equal to how much, sir? 1 lakh, right? Plus how much, sir? 4000 into 200 divided by 1000, 800 plus 1000 into 200 divided by 1000, which is 200. So total is how much? So 1 lakh 1000. So option A will be the correct answer, right, my dear student? Yes. Okay, come to the next one, right? X and Y enter into a joint venture to undertake a public issue of ABC Limited. The company invited the application for allotment of 2 lakh shares at a 10 per shares. The issue was subscribed to the extent of 90%. That means 10% who will subscribe, sir? This X and Y will subscribe, right? So 10% of 20 lakhs, how much? 2 lakhs. So 2 lakhs into 10% is nothing but how much, sir? 20,000 shares. Who will subscribe, sir? X and Y will subscribe, right? And remaining taken by Y. Okay, they agree to share the profit or loss in the ratio of 2:3. Okay, the shares undertaken by X and Y were subsequently sold. Okay, how many shares were undertaken? Actually, it should be how many shares undertaken by Y. It should be, okay, not X and Y, right? So how many shares undertaken by the Y? 20,000, right? Because 90% is subscribed by the public, balance is there 10%. So 2 lakh into 10%, which comes how much, sir? 20,000, right? Next one. Now match the following. Now this is very rarely they ask like this. Okay, match the following and all, right? So generally I don't expect like this type of questions in your exam. So anyway, they are asking the last in day 16. Generally deal with, what, D or PP acquired in exchange of non-monetary. 10 non-recognition criteria given, AS10 government, AS12 government grant, and qualifying asset will never include in the biological asset. If you see any answer here, that is D, C. So D, C, option C will be the correct answer. Okay, right? Next, my dear student, state which of the following statement is correct. Now they are asking which statement is correct. Okay, so which statement is correct, my dear student? Stock and data system of maintaining branching is used for independent branches. Now which is correct, they are asking. This is what, sir? Wrong. The buyer get immediate possession but not ownership of the asset under the installment payment. Yes. Unusual item and defective item are separate. Wrong. Operation lease is a revocable contract. Yes. Operation lease, no, it's the operating lease. So this is also what, sir? Wrong. So what is the correct, sir? Which is statement correct? B1, right, my dear students? Yes. So we have discussed all your study material questions. Last 3 attempt, all the questions we have discussed, my dear student. Beyond this, I am not expecting anything they will ask, right? If anything comes now, it will come from your sums related only, which I have given you the in the previous video. If you have seen that, the most important questions and all, right? Yes, my dear students. So really I am very happy that many students have joined our live session, right? And I hope that it's useful for you, correct? So in next we will try to keep our corporate accounting MCQ marathon, right? So it will be helpful for you. Please let me know in the comment section whether it's very helpful for you or not, right? Yes. Yes, my dear students, was it helpful or what? Have you enjoyed the session or not? It how you feel, right? Yes, online students. Yes, I hope that you are there. Yes, Devish Kali. Yes, sir. Okay, good. Right? So, anyway, all the best for your exam, my dear students. Right? Prepare well, do well. If you have any doubt, you can comment me in the comment section. Right? So, okay, my dear students, it's time to say tata bye bye to everyone with a beautiful smile on your beautiful face. Say tata bye bye to me. Right? Yes, Devesh. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right? Okay. See you, my dear student. Thank you so much. Thank you.